Hello everyone. I just wanted to go over the fishing kayak that my wife recently got me for this past Christmas. Very excited about it, and I am very happy about it. I'm extremely grateful. She knew I wanted it really bad, and I was almost gonna buy it myself until she got it for me, which worked out great. So I'm excited to try it out. The reason why it's in my house right now on the floor is because I can't really do any mods to it or anything outside in my shed because it's about 20 degrees and snow, and my shed's not insulated yet. So right now I have it in here on the floor until I get done with the mods. I've done most of them. I still have a couple more to do. I'm just gonna do a quick go through, and I'll talk about the things that it comes with, and I'll go over what I've done to it. So here it is. It's the Lifetime Tamarack Angler 100 at Walmart. This color setup is about $278, which I've talked to experienced kayak fishermen or fishermen in general, and they said that this kayak is extremely cheap as compared to ones that you'll spend hundreds of dollars on or thousands of dollars on. And you can do a lot to it, and very good for fishing. So I'm excited to try it out. So things that it comes with, you got the handle grips, one on the front, you got one on the back as well, you got one on each side there and there. The kayak weighs about 52 pounds, I believe, without adding the extra stuff on there, so those handles are pretty sturdy. Got a drain plug all the way in the front. I don't think there's one in the back. No, there's not. But as far as plugs go, there's one that normally goes right here, which I have removed. I'll talk about that later. There's another one that goes right here, that's what it looks like up in the front if it's installed. You got 6 scupper holes. You got 2 here. You got 2 under the seat, which you can kind of see where that orange is down there. There's one on that side as well. And you got 2 right there, which I'll talk about later. You got the 2 rod holders, one here, one over there. Hatches, you got one up front in the middle, one in the back, and all it does is just a bungee pops out. It's got the rubber, seals pretty good. You got dog hair everywhere because, like I said, I got it inside right now. And that runs all the way up front to this one, which this one's the same way. And yep, it's all hollow. Cup holder. The seat that it comes with is a pretty standard seat. Here's the seat that it comes with, which can be removed right here. The top part and the straps just pop off. The bottom part of it, as you can see, it's only about a 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick of foam. So that's why I got this upgraded seat, which I'll talk about. You got the bungees. You got one in the front, one in the back, which I'll talk about that one. You got the adjustable footrests, which obviously they're permanently installed. It's just several spots to put your feet. Comes with this little license plate thing, or whatever you want to call it. Like I said, I'm new to this, so I'm still learning that stuff. And comes with the paddle. That does come with it. It comes with the Scotty mount rod holder, which is pretty easy to remove or reinstall. So just put it in there, twist it. You can turn it whichever way you want, and then just pop it down when you have it in place. And you got the knob right here to adjust, tighten, and it holds all different kinds of rods, which you can see the different It'll lock your rod in place if you want. I use a spinning reel, so I don't really plan on using that. Although I may, we'll see. I think that's it. I wanted this kayak because from what I found doing my research and watching videos and things, the way the bottom is designed, it helps with stability. It holds, which you can see right here, 275 pound capacity. I'm only about 200, so that makes it easy as far as upgrades and things. I ain't got to worry about sinking. But I know guys that weigh upwards of 250 that do mods and still use it, have been using this kayak, and it seems to be working well. So some of the things that I've done, I'll start this way. I'll kind of go around and talk about it. First thing, the anchor trolley, which goes here, and which you can see goes all the way back to about there. I believe it was when I got it, most of the stuff I got off Amazon, it was about $10 or $15 or something, and very cheap, but extremely reliable from what I've found. And it's the same one that I see all these other guys having these kayaks using. So I got a set of pad eyes, a pack of like 10 or something. They were like $5. But I just put those on here just to kind of, because the kayak's curved obviously, so just to kind of keep it down so they're not popping up. They weren't really popping up. I got them in a good spot, but just to kind of keep it a little straighter. And this anchor trolley works pretty well. As you can see, I only put the top line through it because the bottom line is the one with the loop where the anchor attaches. And while I'm sitting there, if I want to adjust it, all I got to do is just pull it, and it rotates on the pulleys. And then when I have it where I want, I just take this on this cleat right here that comes with it. It's a lot easier to do whenever you're not holding the phone in your hand, but just pop it in there, and it's pretty tight, and this won't move. As you can see, it's got the grips in there. And then my anchor will run, which that's one of the things I have on order right now. I haven't received. I ordered a 3.5 pound anchor, folding anchor, which it'll probably be the first thing that pops up if you search it. But anyway, I'm gonna, once I have my anchor mounted, I run my anchor through here, goes out in the water, so that's what this is for, so that way you can position it up forward in the front or the back, which if you order this anchor trolley system, it'll show you pictures and examples and the directions of what different ways to anchor it are for. I'm just gonna undo that. Yep, so that comes with the pulleys, the pad eye, comes with all this except these pad eyes right here. Sorry, not this pad eye, this cleat. It doesn't come with these pad eyes, but it comes with these two pad eyes and everything in between. So another thing that I've done, which I've seen other people do, they have pliers and things velcroed right here on this side and that side. I got these Rapala fish grippers, which essentially like plastic vice grips, but they're for gripping fish. Get them for like $8 or $10 at Walmart, and they just lock in place. They're very lightweight. I just used a piece of Velcro and it stays right there. Scupper plugs, so I made my own. I just used I bought a pack of foam practice golf balls at Walmart, and I ran some paracord through, tied it. It's an idea I got from other guys on YouTube. Instead of just buying scupper plugs, these were only a couple bucks for a pack, and then I just used paracord, so it's very cheap. And it's in there pretty snug, so that way I'm not getting water on me. I got two there. I got two in these two holes in there, which you can see right there. Those two I have glued in there with Gorilla silicone glue because I don't plan on removing those under me. So, and then I got two back here, which I did the same thing, so that way I can remove them Another thing I did up here, Velcro right here. I went a little overboard with the Velcro just because I didn't want it to, I don't know. I like this strong grip Velcro, but it says it'll hold 10 pounds, but I had a couple issues getting it situated at first because whenever I'd go to remove it, it would just pull the whole thing off because it's so strong. But I have it attached to the bottom of my box right here, so that way I can just, I mean, it wiggles obviously because it's the bigger thing, but as you can see, it's on there, so it ain't coming off. And I have all my extra stuff in here right now just because I'm not done doing upgrades, so I don't want to put it all away yet. But I'm going to end up having like my lures and stuff in here so I can change them out in front of me. This box right here, it's waterproof. It seals pretty tight. I actually had this before I even got the kayak. I've had it for a couple years, but I figured it'd be good to use. You can put your phone in there or whatever else, and if that falls in the water, it's going to float, obviously, and you ain't got to worry about losing anything or it getting wet. So one thing I'm super excited about is I got the Garmin Striker 4 fish finder, which I ran my power cable and my transducer cable down. The fish finder with the cables and the transducer and the little installation kit, which it came with the little extra installation kits too if you wanted to mount it on a trolling motor, which maybe I'll do later on. I don't know. I probably won't. I don't plan on it. But is $110 at Walmart, so pretty good. I mounted my transducer inside the hull. I've seen other people mount it outside the boat, but I saw a couple ideas on ways to do it inside the boat, so I'm kind of excited to see how it works. So it's adjustable. I can turn it. Like I said, I just mounted this base right here, screwed it in. Yeah, and that way when I'm sitting right here, I can just look at it. Down inside here, I have I believe it's an SLA 1075. It's on the other side, but I don't want to pull it out. It's just a 12 volt, 8 amp hour battery with, I think it's holds about a 20-hour charge. Another thing that I have on order right now is the recharger for it, which just plugs in and then you clip them to the two prongs and it recharges it. I wrap my, as you can see, I wrap my power cable around where that scupper hole is right there, just to keep it out of the way, and I ran it up and connected it. Down there you can see I got my transducer. So an idea I got from a guy on YouTube, I used duct seal, since you can see the little V shape at the bottom of the boat, and I put it around my transducer so there's no air bubbles and mounted it to the bottom. If you want to know how to do that, just look up the Garmin Striker 4 transducer install on Kayak or something. I think that's what I searched and that guy's video pops up. It's pretty helpful. So I'm excited to try it out. So it works, obviously. Turn it on. I haven't taken this screen protector off yet because it's going to be sitting, so I don't really want to take it off until I get ready to go use it. But I already went through the initial setup, but I got the maps and everything, so you just select it, and it does have GPS, which it says the time, how many volts, the degrees, like temperature obviously, how many feet. Obviously it's just whatever because I'm sitting in the floor of my house on concrete, so it's not really doing anything. It's just adjusting. Yeah. It's got all kinds of stuff in here. You can mark your waypoints, things like that, so that way if you find a fishing spot you like, you can go back to it. It's got, like I said, GPS, so that way if you ever get lost, you can find your way back. So I'm pretty excited. I saw a bunch of reviews on it and I think it'll be pretty useful. So moving on, the seat I got off Amazon. I believe it was about 30 bucks, but it's a stadium style seat. It's got the two rails that go front to back underneath on both sides. And I've seen different ways of people bungeeing it down, but what I did was I took these, I have these small bungees which I used to use when I was in the Navy, using in my little rack. It's like a one-person rack, but I bought a pack of these pad eyes I was talking about, and I mounted one here and one there, and I just ran the bungee straight underneath and around down to the other side. Keeps it from going back. And then the same in the back. I mounted a couple of pad eyes here and over there, and then I just used this plug because these things are in there pretty snug. I can't even like undo it with my hands. You gotta use a screwdriver or something to grab a hold of it. It's pretty tight. But yeah, these bungees hold it pretty good to keep it from going. I mean, it's bending, but it's not, it doesn't hardly move forward. I kept the original seat on there just because if I lean back, I don't want my weight to flip it. So that way when I lean back, you got these straps right here on the side that, and it helps support the weight. My rear bungee, what I did with this is I have my fishing crate. I just bought 2 crates from Walmart. As you can see, this is 2 separate crates. Cut the bottom off for this one. So that's an idea I saw a guy from on YouTube. So that way it's got a lid. I made up my own bungee. I had, like I said, I had these bungees from before. And so all you do is I drilled a little hole down there. That way it just keeps it. And I got all my stuff in there. Some of that stuff's gonna come out. I just have it in there, like I said, until I'm done. And I bought this pack of hooks from Walmart. I got one there, one over there, got one here. So what I do is I take this bungee like this. It's on the front, and then on the back or sides, and it's on there. I just screwed them through. I still need to cut the screws off on the inside, but I'll do that later. But yeah, hold it pretty good, and if I flip over or whatever, then my crate's not gonna go anywhere, and then this isn't gonna come off because the weight of this stuff isn't very heavy and it floats anyway. So and I did it like this. I saw the other guy that did it left a little bit of a lip, so that way if I quick wanted to throw something back here, it's got room to sit, not go anywhere. As you can see, I got a pretty big fishing net, which this one's extendable. You just push the button, it extends out like 4 feet or something. But I just have that sitting there for now, kind of out of the way. I think it was 10 or 15, or no, 15. I think it was 20 bucks at Walmart. Yeah, so a couple of things that I came up with on my own is I found these paddle grips on Amazon. I think it was 10 bucks for a set of 2. Got one here and one over there because it comes with the standard one right here. But I didn't want my paddle. I didn't want my paddle sitting right here in the way. So what I did was mounted it out here so that way my paddle's off to the side when I'm not using it. I have it's called a quick tape, or yeah, quick measure pro.com, but I also ordered that off Amazon. I think it was like 10 bucks. This one was transparent. It's 36 inches, but I had to cut off the extra obviously because it wouldn't fit. So that's that. This right here, well, this idea I saw from other guys. This right here I came up with on my own, and all it is just a stringer. So for holding my fish, because I didn't want to mount a cooler on the front or the back or wherever, and it's kind of a pain, so I figured it'd be easier if I just keep them in the water. So all I did was took a couple of these pad eyes that I bought, which said, I think it was like a 10 pack. These key rings came with this carabiner. There's a pack of 5 carabiners and they came with these key rings. So what I did was I took a stringer that I had, took the nylon cord out of it. It's kind of a pain, but took it out, and I used paracord, 550 pound, just because it's more flexible and it's easier to move around and stuff. And all I'm gonna do is I have this back here like that, so that way if I wanted to unhook that side I could, but once I get my first fish on, it'll be a lot easier. But all I'm gonna do is just pull this out of here, then hook my fish on there, run this up through here. Well, I have the key rings on to give me more flexibility. Run this on here, and I drilled a hole right here, the same size roughly as this, so that way it's just like when you anchor it in the ground, it's real snug. And the reason why I did it like that, running it through instead of just having it there and running it back, is so that way the pull points are right here, as you can see. So the only 2 points that the fish are pulling are right here, so that way it stays kind of back out of the way, or under the boat, just kind of out of my way, so that way it's not in the way of my paddle or fishing or my anchor or whatever. And as you can see, I got plenty of string to let them swim around. And I think that's about it for now. Things that I have on order, like I said, my 3.5 pound kayak anchor, which they have a lot to choose from. They're real cheap. They're anywhere between $15 to $30. And they'll fit like real nice in one of these. Or one of the other things I have ordered is a 3-pack rod holder, which I saw another guy had, which it's gonna mount to the side right here. And then I'm just gonna use one of them for my net. I don't really use a lot of fishing rods. I have quick disconnects for my lure, so I'd use the same rod. And then I'll probably use one of them for my anchor, so it's quick and easy. I don't know which side I'm gonna put it on yet. I bought about a 6 or 8 inch diameter clothesline retriever, and I've seen a few other guys have it. One other guy took the string out because it's kind of stretchy and replaced it with paracord, so I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna attach that to here just so it holds on to my anchor. And whenever I have my anchor running through there, I'm also gonna put my anchor line on that cleat, so it's not pulling on my crate. It's gonna be pulling on that cleat, and it won't go anywhere. One other thing I have on order is a pair of fishing pliers, which once I get them, they were like 15 bucks, 10 or 15 bucks, aluminum. I'm gonna Velcro them to this side like I have my fish grippers over there. I ordered some tethers, like a 15 pack for 10 or 15 bucks, real cheap. So that way I can tether everything. So I'm gonna attach it to my box, my fish grippers, my pliers. I ordered a specific paddle tether that's orange to kind of match. That'll give me like 6 feet of range. Tether for my seat. I'm gonna tether the stuff here, like each of the individual things. It's just so that way, in case I did flip over, I don't lose anything. And this isn't gonna come out unless you pull it out. So I don't know if I'll tether my fishing pole or not, but yep, just figured I'd let you guys know. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to give me a shout. Like I said, a lot of these mods I saw from other guys on YouTube. Some I came up with myself, and I still got a few more to go, which I'll update a new video later. All right, appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.